Yes, we're staying with Israel now, and we've been covering the recent developments in Israeli LGBT rights as they reflect in various institutions in the country, including the IDF. Today we'll be looking at what some see as an alternative to military service, that's National Civic Service. With me now is Nir Wittenberg, Director of Community Relations at Shlomit National Civic Service, where a program for incorporating transgender youth in civic service has been launched. Good afternoon. Thank you for being with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, first of all, introduce us to the new program, Nachshol Trans, and what brought it about.
Okay, great. I just want to emphasize that the national service is not a replace to the army. The army service is obligatory and the national service is not. So actually those who are doing national and civic service are volunteers. So the Nachshol program is actually a program that we ensure the possibility for young men and women that are going through gender transfer, gender change actually, to go into the system of civic and national service and to serve their country and their community in a way that can also give them the mentoring and the advice that they need. It's important to remember that they're actually going through a difficult, both mentally, physically changes. Some of them are actually not living with their families because their families rejected them.
And so the program provides housing for them?
Right. So the program provides housing. The program provides the mentoring. We have a psychologist that is working with us, other professionals that help us help those young men and women to go through the process. Also, we mentor them during their service because they're going to work in educational hospitals. They work with seniors, they work in all kinds of options that they can serve the community, and we work with them and with their employers in order for them to know how to accept those changes and those things that need to be addressed when working with transgenders.
So are all areas of National Civic Service also opened for transgender youth who want to serve in them, or are there specific areas you address them to which also help them in their journey as well?
Okay, so actually all areas are open, but unfortunately not all places are willing to accept transgenders. There are some places that they need to actually work with different audience, and if they need to have, I would say, in hospitals or other kind of things that they need to work with the general public. So those places not necessarily want to take transgenders because I guess they're afraid from different reaction. But we're trying to do our best in order to bring those young kids, actually they are kids, to serve in the best place that they can. I would say that the majority of them are serving in NGOs that are related to the LGBT communities. It's more comfortable for them, and they're also taking from their experience and bringing it to others that needs some assistance as well.
You know, a few weeks ago here we had on the show two military service men who went through the transition as warriors in the army in Karakal, and they transitioned from female to male. They talked about how difficult the journey in the army was for them. Of course, it's a very gender-based institution. National Civic Service opens up a new world of possibility for them, I would imagine.
That's right. And again, I mean, I urge those who can serve in the army. I served in the army, and I urge those who serve to go and do their best to serve in the army. But for those who cannot, I agree with you. The army is very gender-based, and there are many options for everyone. In Shlomit, we work in a different, we work with people with disabilities, mentally, physical disabilities, with blind, with deaf, with all kind of young kids that wants to serve their country and their community, and we offer them all kind of programs that are unique to them.
A beautiful initiative, certainly in today's Israeli society where acceptance has become somewhat of a rarity. Nir Wettenberg, thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you for having me. Thanks.